Hey team, I wanted to real quick do a quick training on Expensify, which is what I use to track my business expenses. Now, the reason that I want to do this with you guys is because I have a lot of new team members, and it's very, very important that you guys track your business expenses because it is going to reduce your taxable income that you make from Cincy. One of the benefits of being self-employed is that you can deduct a lot of expenses that you incur because of your business. The major one being mileage. You can deduct every single mile that you drive for your Scentsy business. If you're like a waitress like at Longhorn, okay, you can't deduct the mileage that you drive from home to work and then from work back home. But you can do that with your Scentsy business because your office is out of your home. So if I need to go drop something off, or if I need to go meet somebody to drop off a basket party, you deduct every single mile that it takes from you to drive from your house to their place and back. Okay, so this is an app and a web, a desktop application that I use to track all of my expenses. So I don't have to keep receipts. I literally take a picture of them and then I throw them away. You can track your miles, you can track your continuing education. So if you go to family reunion, anything and everything that you want to track, you can use this app. So let me show you how it works. Now, I'm going to show you the desktop version, and I went ahead and did the webcam. Hi. So that way, hopefully you'll be able to see my phone because I can't do this screencast using my phone. At least I haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, so real quick. So this is the desktop version of this application, okay, and it's just Expensify. So if you type that into your app on your phone, your app store, pull this up, download it. It's free, doesn't cost you any money, super bonus. And then you're going to see like these icons, so you know you're at the right place. You will want to create an email because that way you'll be able to open it up on your phone. You can open it up on your desktop. You can open it anywhere. Okay. And then I just want to kind of show you what this is going to look like here. So I have a lot of reports because I use this to track some different businesses that I have going on as well. So this is my Scentsy business right here. So every year, January 1, I create a new report, Scentsy 2017 for next year, okay? And so as you can see, so far this year, I have $6,500 that I can deduct from my income that I make with Scentsy. So you want to do this. When I hit open, it's going to pull up everything that I have under that. And what's really cool about this, guys, is you can create these little categories and you can actually organize this any way that you want to. So I have like my advertising, I have my business travel expenses, I have my entertainment. So if I meet somebody at Chick-fil-A and I have at lunch, okay, half of that, 50% of that is deducted. And so you can see, you know, whenever you go somewhere, you can go ahead and deduct that expense off. Event fees. What are you guys playing with? Give it to me, please. Event fees. So whenever you go and do, thank you. Go play. Go upstairs and play. I'll be up in a minute. So your event fees, whenever you are doing tables or anything else, like I do events over here at like the local festivals, that's all, you can write that off. My Scentsy PWS, $10 a month, write it off. Lodging, meals, you name it, guys, you can write all of this off. The biggest expense you're going to have is miles. All right, you get 55.575, so 58 cents per mile that you drive. So you want to make sure that you're tracking that. So anyhow, then when you come down here, I have like office expenses, all of that good stuff. And remember, I was saying you take a picture of your receipt. That way you can just throw it away. You don't have to keep those. Whenever you get ready to do your taxes, you can print off a report and it's going to have all of your expenses organized for you and a copy of all of your receipts. So if you have somebody else do your taxes for you, or if you do them yourself, just print it off and then you will keep this with your taxes whenever you're done, okay? So that's just kind of how this thing works. Now, how you go in and edit your categories, because I don't think you can do that on the phone. You actually have to use a desktop or like I think an iPad or a tablet. But you will, after you log in, you create yourself an account, right? So over here, let's see. So click on your little name, whatever it comes up, and then personal settings. And over here you have categories and tags. This is where you will come in here and you will edit what the categories are. So if you want to add a category, you just type in what you want to add and then hit add. That way you can organize this however you want to. It's going to already have some default ones, but you can do whatever you want with that. So I have some tags, stuff like that. So you can organize this any way that you want. There's no right or wrong way. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get at figuring out how you want to set it up. Let's see. So expense rules. I don't think that we really need to worry about that. Reimbursement, you don't have to worry about that. So the main thing that I track in here is just my categories. I make sure my categories are where I want them. Preferences is where you can enter what the mileage rate is. And so right now the government gives us 0.575 cents per mile. So I have that in here. This is something else that I have going on. So you don't need to worry about that. And that's pretty much it. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Probably not. Okay. So this is the phone app. Okay. And so after you get this going here, this is what it looks like right there. See it? Okay. So you'll want to download that. That's free. And so it's going to automatically pop up. Now mine, I have an iPhone, so all of my categories are going to be down here on the bottom. If I want to add an expense, so let's say I'm getting ready to drive somewhere and I want to record my miles. So we all have our phones on us, so this is really easy. You just got to remember to do it. But anyway, so it's going to have like a plus sign. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, so right, see that plus sign up there? So you're going to hit that plus sign. And now it's going to ask you, okay, what do you want to track? Smart Scan, that's if you want to take a picture of your receipt and have it scan it and categorize it for you. I don't ever use that, but you know, if you want to, that's great. You have expenses, and then you have your distance, so that's your mileage, and your time. So the two categories that you're probably going to use the most often are expenses and distance. So if I want to track my miles, for example, then I would just click on the distance. And as you can see, I've already got one half pending in here because I did some running around today. And so what you'll do is then you just click odometer. And then I literally will type in what my odometer says. When I get done with my trip, then you open this back up and you enter the in mileage. Okay, so that's how that will work. When you enter it, you will, they always keep updating this, so it's always different. But right now, when you enter the mileage, you will enter your start mileage. I always put a comment, so I always put what I'm doing. So today, for example, I had a Scentsy delivery. So I did Scentsy delivery for, and then my customer. And then you hit save, and then it's going to tell you that you've only saved half a trip. So just make sure you go back in and, you know, finish it up, which I haven't done yet. Okay. If you want to enter an expense, so then you would just click on expense. Woo. Okay, and so your merchant name, Walmart, let's say, and then you put how much, and this button over here, this is where you're going to enter your receipt. So you just click on that, you take a picture with your phone, simple. The date, comment, again, so if I'm buying supplies to make magnets, then I would put magnets, you know. Your category, so that's where you would select what you want it to be. So that would be advertisement if it was making magnets or something. And then report, that's where you'll want to select which report it is. So Scentsy 2016. And then reimbursable, I always take that off. Okay, I don't use that for anything. Nobody's reimbursing me any money, so I always just make sure I slide that over. And then you hit save, and then you would be able to see that on your desktop. That is it, guys. It's really super easy. You guys are probably way more tech savvy than me, so I'm sorry if I took up too much of your time and you're like, oh my God, just get to the point. But I just wanted to make sure you understand that. So you need to be recording your business expenses from day one. So that product kit that you paid either $49 for or $99 for, record it. Okay, that is a business expense. That is your startup cost. So if it was the $99, it's going to be shipping, tax, everything, so like $116. If it was the $49 kit, it's going to be $63 something. Okay, so make sure you start recording that stuff. Lisa may be able to tell you a little bit more on tracking inventory. I don't track inventory. So product that I buy, I don't necessarily I don't record that. And then when I sell it, because I don't want to keep track of all of that stuff. But I very well may have to in the future. I'm not sure yet. But one other thing, I just want to show you how you get your reports to pull up. So at the end of the year, when it's time to do your taxes, so you'll come in here to your desktop, tablet, whatever you're using. And so here's my reports, right? And so Cincy, okay, so I'm going to open. And so over here on this right-hand column, let's see, print report. I just want to show you guys how awesome this is, what it's going to look like for you. And your accountant, if you use somebody, they're going to love you because this just makes life so much easier. Okay. I just want to cancel. I just want you guys to be able to see it. Okay. So up here, it's going to show you how much, boom. And then it's going to show you the exact same thing that we were showing here. So 581 for my advertising. This stuff is, if you know, it's basically telling you that you may need to go in and fix it. I think this little plus, I'm not sure. You'd have to look at it a little bit. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. But anyway, so this is what your report is going to look like. And so then, like I said, at the end, it's going to have your receipts. And so you can actually click on any one of these receipts and it will, you can zoom into it. So you can actually read it a little bit better. So that is Expensify. So if you have any questions about what you can and cannot deduct, ask away, but pretty much just figure that anything that you spend money on for your business, you can deduct it. Now, as far as miles go and fuel costs, okay, you want to deduct the miles that you drive because you're going to get way more than what you spend in gas. So definitely deduct. You can't do both. You do one or the other, and you want to deduct the miles that you drive. So if you have any other questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. But use this. It'll really, really save you some time come tax time. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.